What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of July 2024. So, in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you, and so much more regarding the month of July 2024. So, before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment, Libra, to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Libra. So, without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy for you, and we will see what's coming your way for the month of July 2024. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Libra. Oh boy. What's going on here? Man. Wow. What? Okay. Alright. Yes. So, Libra, look, I don't know what's going on here, but it does look like it's going to be a very intense month of deep realizations and painful transformations, but there's definitely something here about you keeping something to yourself, but, you know, we're just scratching the surface here. So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you from the universe, and these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of for your own highest good in the month of July, Libra. And the first one you have here is actually, avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Okay, and, you know, there's a message here about what comes first always takes precedent. So especially for those of you that are dealing with someone who may have great power in whatever way, there could be something here about avoiding stepping into someone's shoes in such a way that you just are forever in their shadow. You know, what people value is creativity and innovativeness. And so whoever you're working with here, I think this is just a warning for you, Libra, that you want to make sure that you do your own thing and that you can add your own value to a certain situation that you have going on, potentially in your work, you know, with work projects and even with people around you that you're going to be entering into a relationship with here, Libra, for the month of July. There's definitely something here about what comes first takes precedent, and avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Now, work with the powerful, work with anyone who inspires you, who you feel you have a shared mission, but don't just step into the shoes blindly, okay? And get no record sales sucking Nas dick. I'ma keep it real. I'm sorry. Okay, and now you have do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. So I do think that these two cards are coming out together for a specific reason. I do think that as you process a very difficult time, there's something about immediate day-to-day things going wrong potentially for many of you. I really feel this, especially on an emotional level and a painful level in July 2024. And the thing that you need to have here, your challenge is patience. I know I'm skipping around here, Libra, but I just feel called to show you. Your biggest challenge for July 2024 is the Three of Wands, which has to do with remaining optimistic and being patient and like positive visualization. And you have this card that says, do not build fortresses to protect yourself. And amidst the chaos that you are going to be experiencing, a lot of you will be experiencing emotional difficulties, let me just put it that way. Emotional difficulties and apathy. But do not build a fortress to protect yourself. Do not isolate at this time. You must avoid stepping into someone great's shoes. But Spirit is advising you here to get help, and getting help is never something that should be looked down upon. If you ask for help, that means you're willing to push forward more. So there's something here about, I really feel, Libra, that you may be so fed up with a particular relationship in your life, or you may be very somehow set back. You know, there's the universe is throwing you a curveball, is what I want to say to you in July 2024. But make sure that you surround yourself with people who can help you, and you don't have to go through it alone. And even if it's just someone who can hold space for you, that's really what I feel like you need. Okay, you need to be around people, but then don't make this mistake of stepping into their shoes completely. That's really what I feel. So take it as it resonates. Now you also have pose as a friend and work as a spy. Pose as a friend and work as a spy. Now, whatever that means, I know some Libras are going to have a problem with these cards, but I'm just trying to really help you here. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. There may be some sort of information that you're currently missing in your life. There may be something going on where you do not want to be cordial, you do not want to be friendly, but it would be in your best interest to do so. Okay, there's something here about that. Now, the reason I say this is this. Your opportunity, Libra, is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, the Four of Pentacles here, which is all about being closed down and not showing all of your cards. And this is your biggest opportunity. Now, some of you, before you get upset at me for this, and I don't know if you will, I don't really care if you do, or I care, but I don't care, you know what I mean? Because I can't care, because then I can't do the reading. There's something here about you having to, once again, do something where you may need to not show all of your cards, even though you want to, or even though you want to get out of something, you want to reject something. It's almost like you can't yet, or you can't now. Okay? That's really what I feel here. So, pose as a friend, work as a spy. What time does the man go to the dentist? Tooth hurty. Sorry? Okay, now, before we get into the tarot, Libra, let's go ahead and give this announcement. I have now partnered with the app called Astra, which is a phenomenal lifestyle app. It does tarot, astrology, lifestyle advice, dream interpretation, and it's something that I have been very hesitant to get into the game of astrology with tarot and technology, but I've found that Astra is the real deal. I personally love the app myself. It's a great way to get your daily horoscopes, so much more. And one of the best things about Astra is that it has tarot card interpretations, so that when I show you this, that your opportunity is the Four of Pentacles for this month, you can now download Astra in the App Store, and you can type in, I just pulled the Four of Pentacles, and it will give you definitions, and you can keep asking it questions and build upon it. You know, the technology is phenomenal. I'm blown away. And so I'm now partnered with Astra, so make sure that you join Astra if you want to support the Astra team and get more out of your tarot experience and much more. So with that being said, let's continue. Let's go ahead and get into this reading, Libra. I want to say this, that there's clearly a very difficult situation that many of you may feel trapped in a certain way, but you're never really trapped here. And there's something here that you have to get information about. That's really what I want to say. So like I said, your opportunity is the Four of Pentacles here. And this is really about stability, right? The number 4 is all about law and order, stability. And then the Pentacles is the earth element. Okay, so things like finances, daily routine, health, money, abundance, things like that, physical things, career. And, you know, this is definitely an opportunity for you to create your base, okay? This is July 2024. There's going to be a lot of changes happening, not even on a personal level, but on a global level for all of us in July. And you have here, avoid stepping into a great man's shoes, and do not build fortresses to protect yourself. So as you go about your life, as you go about your routine, at whatever changes that are coming to you, you need to keep your cards to yourself to a certain degree. That would be my advice to you. Okay, that's Spirit's advice to you. Now, why that is the case, we're going to have to clarify. There may be someone who you are very upset with, or there may be a group of people I feel that you are very upset with, but it may be wise to always say less than necessary and to just focus on what you can control, is what I think. Now, your challenge is the Three of Wands, which is about remaining patient, optimistic energy, and it's about positive visualization. The Three of Wands is your challenge because it's almost like you've already made a choice. What I really feel from this reading as well is that based on your actions now, you have chosen your path. You know, it's like the Two of Wands is you can go down this road, you can go down this road. For some reason in July, and it may be a little bit confusing why I'm saying this to many of you, but you just have to trust me that there's already a choice point that has been made. And this could have to do with things happening months ago. This could have to do with things happening recently. There was a choice point and you decided to go down one path. Now that you're on the path, I feel that some of you are going to start feeling like, why did I do this path? Or some of you are going to start feeling like, I don't want to do this path anymore. Now, you have free will, but what I'm saying is if you would like to untangle yourself from this choice point that you've made in the past, you are going to have to get pretty silent. You are going to have to get pretty spy-like. For whatever that, and it doesn't mean that you're doing this to manipulate anyone, I hope, but it means that you are in a situation, Libra, I hope you're listening to me, that you're going to have to, like, weasel your way out of. Because you already made the choice. You're in it now. You're in it now. And maybe for some of you, this is just about a love relationship that you feel you don't want to be with this person anymore. For some of you, this is going to be about some sort of new opportunity, major changes to your career that is feeling weird. But your challenge is the Three of Wands. This is your challenge, okay? So keep your cards to yourself and remain optimistic. This is your biggest challenge here. Always say less than necessary and visualize what you want, okay? Because when you say things to people, you give them information. That's okay. Now, let's go to your overall general energy and show you why I'm saying this. You know, some of you will be feeling like you're just going through a little bit of a tough patch in your relationships. But for others of you, it's much bigger. You have the Four of Cups, you have the Five of Cups in reverse, and you also have the Three of Swords in reverse. So, some of you will have the experience of, like, betrayal. Some of you will have the experience of feeling like someone that you really want a relationship with is somehow behaving in a way towards you that does not sit well with you. It may be triggering a lot of your deepest wounding right now. You know, I'm going to tell you right now that you know, your thoughts are very much related to your emotions. You have the Three of Swords, which has to do with the mind. The Swords have to do with conflict and mental energy. You have the Five of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. That's all emotional energy. And I feel here that you need to be very careful about the story that you're telling yourself about your life. You need to be very careful about the story that you're telling yourself. And this energy in your opportunity and your challenge, I would say, is to be a little bit empty. Okay? Like because because many of you, you know, if this reading resonates with you, right, are going to be going through a lot of emotional pain and letdown and even betrayal, feelings of that, then take a step down off the stage. You know, come into the audience and watch your life as if you are an observer of your experience. You don't have to be on stage going through it all. You can take a step down off the stage, go into the auditorium, and just be like another watcher of your life. And I think that's something here that can get you through this, where you're going to have to be very strategic, but you're also going to have to be very, I don't want to say detached and like dissociate. I don't want you to dissociate, because it's a choice to dissociate. It is. You are going to have to, like, observe this as if you are watching a movie. Okay? Because right now it's going to seem very real, it's going to seem very painful, but everything happens for a reason, I promise you that. Okay? Now, you're in what you don't see coming. You have the Star in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and also the Death card up right here. Man, so, yeah, there could be, you know, for some of you here, I really feel like there's something here that, once again, you already made a choice to behave a certain way towards someone in a relationship. You already made a choice to commit to a team or something like that. And in what you don't see coming, there could be this energy of you having to potentially step into a great man's shoes, or step into a relationship that doesn't feel good to you, or a relationship that you really want is not going good right now. But by the end of the month, I do see this transforming for you. By the end of the month, Libra, by like the end of July, there will be a transformation, there will be a metamorphosis in your life, and that's very good here. You know, there is also a new energy coming into your life as a result of all this chaos, but for some of you, it's going to be the same energy that you're going to have to still work with for some reason. It's almost like this energy of like, I'm stuck in this thing now. I'm stuck in this thing is what I just feel trapped. Like I just feel like a feeling of being trapped in this reading is what I really feel. And that's why you have do not build fortresses to protect yourself and pose as a friend, work as a spy. This is designed for you to resonate in any way that triggers any amount of your subconscious or conscious mind. I can't know everything that's happening in every single Libra's life, but I can know the collective energy. And if you choose to not listen to this reading, maybe it's just not your reading, but also maybe it's just like you all think I'm some kind of crazy person who doesn't know what they're talking about and then just has problems. I do have problems, but if you think that you don't have problems, then you have more problems. Okay, and so we have in your advice, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. We also have the Two of Cups upright. So maybe there's something here about, there could be something here about naivety or romance gone wrong in your advice. The Knight of Cups is someone who's very dreamy. They're very idealistic and romantic, but it's gone wrong. There's something about your advice about romance going wrong and physical business things going wrong. And I think that whatever is going on here in your life in July 2024, there's definitely something letting you know about a lesson that needs to be learned. A lesson that needs to be learned here in order to preserve a relationship that you currently have. Now, some of you are going to be preserving a relationship that you have that you're going to feel very reluctant to enter into an engagement with. Some of you, this is a soul contract that you literally just can't get out of. Others of you, there's other reasons why you're going to have to still be in a relationship with someone. It's almost like you don't want to, but what I'm telling you is, if you can be honest with yourself and you can keep something to yourself and you can remain optimistic, there's a reason why all of this is happening in July. That's beyond me, that's beyond you. I don't know, I'm just reading the energy, This is a different reading for different Libras. But there's definitely something here about learning from mistakes, about physical mistakes, business mistakes, and idealizing. There's something here, Libra, about potentially, for many of you, about seeing the world the way it is rather than the way that you want to see it. There's something here about a lesson that you're learning about seeing someone the way that they actually are, even if it makes you uncomfortable, rather than the way that you want to see them. Now, for some of you, if that doesn't resonate whatsoever, there is something here about a lesson that someone is learning about you. Spirit is letting you know right now that your life is in a lot of chaos because for many of you, the person that you're struggling with here, that you may even feel very hurt by, they are learning a lesson as well. Instead of seeing you the way that they would like to see you, they are learning to see you the way that you actually are. Which, for some of you is good, for some of you is horrible, okay? And if it's horrible, then maybe you're just not compatible, or maybe there's a shadow you need to look at, or they need to look at as well. Now, I'm just doing my best here, right? So, if that's not good enough, there's the door, okay? Shout out, big... Alright. Let's keep going here. Let's go into the clarification portion of this reading. I want to clarify that Four of Pentacles in your opportunity. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, hide your confusion at this time. Don't come off as confused. Unless it's someone that's like you actually trust. Yeah, you're gonna be... Yeah, okay. You're going to want to communicate from a confused state, but that's not the state that you need to communicate from. There's something about you gathering information, learning a lesson, and having to go through something that may be treacherous and maybe that you don't want to go through, but there's something about don't make a move, don't start speaking until you're not confused anymore. And until you're not confused anymore, zip it. Zip it. Because right now, I feel like there's been a situation where you may have said something that screwed you. You may have said something that just completely, like, it just didn't go good for you. Maybe this is a lesson of learning to not say as much, to not say as much. And for some of you, especially in the month of July, there's going to be, I wouldn't do anything from a confused state, and I would wait until, because right now you may be wrestling with a delusion, whether you're delusional or someone else delusional around you, and you could have a mirror of two delusional people. But for some of you, it's not that mirror, it's just one-way street. So let's go ahead and let's clarify that Three of Wands in your challenge. The Strength card. Yep, moving through a difficult situation with grace. Three of Cups. The Fool in reverse. Alright, so this is your challenge here, Libra. This is your challenge, and, I do feel like there's something to be said here about do not build fortresses to protect yourself. You have the Three of Cups here, which is about social interaction and groups of people. You have the Strength card, which is about merging the higher self with the physical self and moving through something very gracefully. And I do feel here that for some of you, you're just going to want to run away from your problems. You're not going to want to talk to humans. You're going to say humans suck. Now, some of you, that's not the case, but what I feel in your challenge here, Libra, is that there could be some sort of false beginning here, or it's also very interesting that you have the Fool in reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Strength card, and then you have the energy that you need more of is pose as a friend and work as a spy. What are you doing? What's going on here? So for some of you here, I feel like there could be a new beginning that is not forever. There could be a temporary thing where you're learning something from someone, but there could also be something here about a third party gone wrong in terms of in July 2024. You're going to have strength to not let people get in your head. People are just doing what people are doing. Sometimes it doesn't have too much to do with you as you think, So let's just continue here. This is a very confusing reading, but I promise you, it's going to be a confusing month. You're welcome. Okay, so now let's keep going. Let's clarify that Five of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's something here about, there's something here about you're stuck in something. There's something here about there's a new beginning that you don't want to have to do. That it's almost like you're contracted to do it. This could be with someone that you're very close to that you're just like, I gotta work this out. Or I have to go back into doing this. There's something about going back into the past. There's almost like a cycle that you're going to be repeating because you didn't do it correctly, or I don't know. I mean, the Five of Cups in reverse is clarified with the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. The Five of Cups in reverse in your overall general energy is clarified by the Six of Cups having to do with your past, nostalgia, hometown, roots, ancestry. And then you have the Ace of Wands, which is and it's also about passion. It's also about inspiration. It's also about an idea from God. It's also about a new beginning that makes you passionate. But with that other energy here, what is going on here? This is a very confusing reading. There could be someone having a new beginning around you that pisses you off. There could be a new beginning that you're going to have that pisses you off. That's what's going on. Don't shoot the messenger. I am from Athens. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's clarify that death card. What is going on here? All right, look. All right. If you have been doing something against your moral better judgment, and you just took the easy path that got you in some trouble, you're going to have to weasel your way out of this through a painful experience, and you got this. Some of you may be dealing with the consequences of someone doing that around you. The Death card is clarified by the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords in reverse is literally right above this in your overall journal entry. Some of you, this is just about, for some of you, this is about a relationship that you don't want to let go, that you're going to have to let go, number one camp. But for other Libras, this is about a relationship that you do want to let go, but right now, because of your money, because of this, because of that, because of this, you literally can't. Now, I'm a proponent of free will. I think that you can do anything. But if you just try to do anything in a universe that has consequences, then you can't do that. And you got to know there's consequences for any choice that you make in this universe, but every individual that you see has certain, what's the word I want to use? Has certain permission slips that other people do not have. So everyone has certain superpowers. And before you do something to someone, you should probably do a background check about what their superpowers are. And I don't know what I'm even saying this, who I'm saying this for, but if you try to, it's almost like you messed with the wrong person here. For some of you, you messed with the wrong person. For others of you, you did not learn a lesson and you're repeating a mistake from your past. For others of you, there's someone around you that's having this whole thing go down and you're just going to have to be experiencing it. But for many of you, I want you to know that this reading is much deeper than the words that I'm saying, and use the imagery at the very least to guide you through this month. Because I'm telling you right now, Libra, this is not going to be a month that you are going to forget for a very, very long time. I'm telling you. And, yeah. Let's clarify why the Knight of Cups in reverse is here. In your advice. Maybe you got idealistic. Seven of Pentacles, karma. There could be something here about karma that you don't see coming for being idealistic or vice versa. The Seven of Pentacles is about reaping rewards, but it's right next to the Two of Swords here in your advice. And so and the Knight of Cups in reverse here. You could have misread someone, or someone could have misread you, and it's going to create a situation of karma that you don't see coming. You don't see the consequences of Knight of Cups gone wrong. So this could just be the wrong selection of mate. But for many of you, I just feel like it's a much deeper interconnected web than you know what's going on. You're obviously, you know, I don't know what's going on for each and every one of you, but I feel like there's an interconnected web of relationships here that you didn't realize what you were doing. Okay? Or someone didn't realize what they were doing, or vice versa. Roy. Okay, and so just be aware. Now, let's clarify the Two of Cups in your advice as well. The Lovers. You have a choice here. Okay, you have a choice here. Some of you have a choice to clean up the mess that you've created. No matter what, you're going to have to go through to do that. Others of you, there's a new person coming in here that you're gonna have to go with that maybe you don't want to go with. Maybe you want the person that you already messed it up with, or someone that messed it up with you secretly wants you. And there's all this thing about choice in love. You have the choice to love yourself. You have the choice to love other people. At the same time, you have pose as a friend and working as a spy. So there's some sort of mess here that you're going to have to get your way out of. That's the overall synopsis for this reading. So with that being said, I do love you, Libra. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.